There are several kinds of jobs in the world today, from the stereotypical engineer, doctor, surgeon, lawyer, stylist, up to a YouTuber. From jobs that require a specific degree to jobs that hire people totally based on their talents and merits. There are also jobs which many people are standing in line for, waiting to get their chance on. And then there are jobs which no one wants to do and avoid, even if the paycheck is a lot more than those stereotypical ones. In today's video, we'll be talking about some of the top 10 jobs that no one wants to do at first. But wait till the end and then decide for yourself whether you want to work in any of the mentioned fields or not. Also, look out for the exceptionally high pay grade. The last one might make you seasick. Number 10. Sanitation Worker. A sanitation worker is not a profession children or even adults plan to do even in the hardest of their times. It's enough for them to even care about themselves first, and if everything is well, maybe even for their family. Picking up other humans' trash daily, cleaning those nasty places is not a career sought by anyone. Topped up with the part where they need to report to work by 6 a.m. sharp, then it's a big no-no. While on the topic of sanitation workers, we know that the job requires the person to handle everything using their hands, which may sometimes, who are we kidding, every time, with them being smelly and ridiculously dirty after the heavy workload. But working these strenuous tasks comes with a prize-worthy paycheck for it all. The big green for a sanitation worker is approximately over the national average salary, which roughly accounts for $37,000 to $50,000 per year as per 2019 reports. If they are employed in large cities which are heavily populated, the salary is even higher, and all it takes to get the job is a high school diploma and nothing else, and maybe strong willpower to work in that situation. Last but not least, the work also provides additional benefits for being a government employee. Number 9. Exterminators, pest control workers. Another job that pays good but people are not really interested in doing it is being an exterminator, or commonly known as a pest controller. Whenever someone sees an insect or any kind of pest infesting their farms and property, the general reaction of a person is to run the other way, and very rarely does someone try to handle them themselves. And as rare as these people are, even less choose to be a professional pest controller. Basically, exterminators work in the area of inspecting different commercial or residential properties for any sign of influx or pest infestation and try their best in controlling it and treating the area whenever required. Common pests encountered by exterminators are cockroaches, rats, termites, and hornets' nests. Those who dare to look past the boring, nasty, yet adventurous part and are not entomophobic, the job of daily keeping a lookout for different kinds of pests in every building and having multiple-legged coworkers gets paid a little more than the national average salary, and with a comfortable career with a salary of approximately $37,000 to $55,000 per year, according to 2019 reports. Being an exterminator requires an additional license with a high school diploma. Number 8. Sanitary Landfill Operator. People who didn't choose the job of a sanitary worker would clearly avoid taking up the job of a sanitary landfill operator. Someone who denies handling others' trash would clearly not take up the job where the person has to report at a landfill site, which is particularly used for storing different kinds of waste. The workers are not only responsible for transporting the trash, but also handling different heavy machinery. Additionally, they are also given the responsibility of administration of poison and chemicals of that particular landfill site, such that the risk of any disease or any kind of pests is reduced in that area. This job can be dangerous to health because the person is exposed to rubbish 24/7 and also has to handle different chemicals, but only when they don't take proper precautions. Still is not a very good career choice for anyone despite the high pay grade. A person choosing to be a sanitary landfill operator gets paid an average salary of $37,000 to $57,000 per year, according to 2019 reports, and it only requires a high school diploma to get this job. Number 7. Hazardous Material Removal Worker. This job title encompasses the various types of jobs that are potentially dangerous and disturbing. Some of the less disturbing responsibilities for workers in this job involve the removal of toxic materials such as lead, asbestos, and sometimes even radioactive waste. No, some may think that if these are the less disturbing ones, what would be a little bit more dangerous responsibility or job under this umbrella? That terrifying job is called crime scene cleanup. For those who don't know, this job means to clean the place where a crime has taken place after the investigators have evaluated those scenes. But that doesn't lower the level of disturbance. Imagine cleaning up a murder crime scene. Yes, it is that disturbing. Ranging from the responsibility of handling dangerous, life-threatening hazardous materials to mopping up residuals of violent attacks, suicides, and sometimes even murders, this job is a high-paying job, where the worker gets an average salary of $43,000 to $51,000 per year. It may not be the perfect career choice for any person because clearly it is not very good for the physical and mental health of that individual. However, people who can handle these situations can opt for this career and get awarded a high pay grade. Number 6. Truck driver. Requiring just a high school diploma and high stamina, being a truck driver is the perfect job for anyone who likes to travel a lot. Keeping in mind that the duties do not end with just transporting the materials from one location to another, the driver also needs to load the cargo, inspect the trucks both before and after the drive, and draft all the relevant paperwork required for that haul. The drivers sometimes go on drives at an unexpected time of the day, and sometimes they even need to sleep in their vehicles because the location is at a far-off place, so not very perfect for someone who will want to sleep in their cozy bed during the night. Also, this occupation is a bit lonely, as the driver spends most of his time on the road and away from his home and family. Aside from the mentioned difficulties faced by these workers, the pay grade is quite high, starting from as high as $43,000 per year, and when the driver gains a few years of experience, the salary may increase up to $70,000 per year. Number 5. Embalmer. An embalmer is a person that prepares a dead body for their final goodbyes for the family and the loved ones at his funeral. A very challenging responsibility that requires going through a lot of work in the process of preparing and prepping a dead body for burial. Most people would not want to take on this job because the job requires them to glue the eyelids of the dead body and inject embalming fluids into them, along with getting them dressed and looking as humanly as possible. The job itself is so disturbing that not many people choose this as their occupation. Heck, they don't even want to think about these things. And for those who don't think too much about these ideas of getting close to a dead body and preparing them for burial, may go for this career and get paid an average salary of $47,000 to $76,000 per year, keeping in mind that this job requires a minimum bachelor's degree in mortuary science. Number 4. Elevator installer and repairer. Children are excited to go up and down using an elevator, but they never think or plan to be an installer or repairer the same elevators when they grow older. As the name suggests, the elevator installer and repairer has to handle everything related to elevators, from setup to regular services and repairs, using detailed blueprints and skills. The job does not seem too exciting nor very dangerous, but it pays a hefty salary of around $70,000 per year, and you can get a position with your high school diploma and a little internship or practical experience in this field. Number 3. Coal miner. Coal mining is dark, dirty, and dangerous work without even explaining it further, and doing this profession for a living may not be a perfect choice if the person it's not well suited with, risking his life in dangerous environments. Although the fatality rates during the job have decreased majorly in the past few years, there are recorded deaths in triple digits still. Even without the possibility of death or another accident, the miners still encounter poisonous gases and other chemicals which are harmful to their health, and hence make this job an always dangerous one. The pay grade is higher than the other jobs we have already mentioned, being in the range of $50,000 to $100,000 per year, with the top making around $300,000 and requires nothing but a high school diploma. But that doesn't make this job a perfect one, which has resulted in fewer people choosing coal mining as their career option. Number 2. Oil well rig worker. Have you imagined your life at sea? You would be paid an average salary of $50,000 to $200,000, but only a few could cope up with such a dreary life where your leisure time is spent looking into the vacant seascape. Added to the dullness is the tiring job of working 24/7. Yes, you heard it right. Though your evening shift would get over in 12 to 14 hours, then you will also have to maintain the place you live in, that is, the rig. After all, it is your place of living, so you will need to keep it clean, in check, and thoroughly maintained. Moreover, you would have to operate a rotary drill rig and other heavy machinery in case you are well-trained and of higher ranking, all while being elevated at sea. Despite the rotating schedule, the workers will have to work in different time phases, making their life exhausting and very dangerous too, as everyone knows never trust a calm sea. If you ask us, we would be happy to sail in leisure, but to live and work at sea? A definite no. Number 1. Crab fisherman. Paying an average salary of $50,000 to $200,000, this job does not require any education, but still, people do not want to be crab fishermen their whole lives. While eating crab is a delicacy for everyone, the process of catching them crabs from the depth of the oceans is not as easy as it sounds. From facing harsh weather at sea to working in the cold, this job requires high willpower. It also requires a very high level of strength in both physical and mental states, has the need to haul a massive weight of crabs and sometimes even crack open them. These were some of the top 10 best high-paying jobs that people do not want to dedicate their life to. If given a chance to do any of the mentioned jobs, which one would you pick and why? Let us know in the comment section below. Until then, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you later.